Whoa! This is The Illusion with Aloha from Kauai on beautiful spaceship Earth. You know, I've been getting a lot of emails lately, which is a cool thing. And there seems to be a common thread with some of the emails, and it seems to be coming from a certain kind of vibe, which is young people that are fully awake, that see what's going on the terrestrial level, but are jammed up about it, that are in discomfort about the state of spaceship Earth. And I've been there. I totally relate to it. I get it. It's pretty wild stuff. The thing is that all external conflict or problems are a reflection of the internal self. And it took me a long time to realize that about what's going on here on Spaceship Earth and what's going on with my own perception of this reality. And it's easy to be frustrated with other people and say that they don't get it, or they're stupid, or they're not part of the solution. But is that really the case? And the thing is that we're human beings, so we naturally want to communicate our ideas and understandings to other human beings. But the thing is, sometimes we're speaking two different languages while speaking the same language. We may be communicating with each other in English, but we're conveying ideas that are basically from another dimension. So I think that a lot of these emails I've been receiving are young people that don't realize that to the people that aren't awake and aware, you're basically talking Chinese to them. And because you're talking Chinese to them, you're scaring them. Because they don't understand what you're telling them, but because you're telling them this and you're hitting them with this energy, and it's not a positive, loving energy. It is, you need to know this, and if you don't understand this, you're part of the problem. And that's the problem. So what I would say to you who are experiencing this thing with tripping out about the state of Spaceship Earth and what's going to happen in the future is, look within yourself. The answer to all the problems is within yourself. And a lot of it has to do with how we communicate ideas to other people. So when you're out talking to people in your immediate circle of people, you have to realize that it's not your job to force someone awake. Your job is to provide a friendly, loving platform for somebody who might want to be awake to slowly wake up. Think of it this way. You're sleeping. Would you want someone to come and throw cold water on you while you're sleeping? Or would you want someone to gently have birds tweeting and a nice, gentle awakening into your day? I think we would all opt for the birds tweeting and the gentle awakening versus buckets of ice-cold water. So when you're trying to communicate with people that don't see what you've seen because you're awake, you have to do it in a gentle, friendly way, because if you come at them too hard, too quick, too fast, you're throwing cold water on them. And what would your reaction be if someone woke you up with a bucket of cold water? You'd be angry, you'd be annoyed, you'd be pissed off, right? There's no way around that. So the frustration you're having with people is your own mechanism of delivery, because you're still seeing them as the problem. The problem is not them. The problem is you and how you're translating your information to the outside world. And what I would say also is to try to figure out who you are before you try to tell people what they aren't. If that makes any sense, is this is the whole life experience is from my own experience, again, is trying to figure out who I am. Because there are days when I'm like confused at like my own actions, like what am I doing here? Like that doesn't make any sense. But the more and more I begin to pause and allow understanding and love and empathy into my life, the easier it is to communicate to people around me, because no longer am I trying to force ideas on them. And I still do it. I still have the tendency to get on my high horse and think that I know best. But in the end of it all I know is I'm a flawed human experience trying to get back to source in the most positive way possible. And as I understand it, it's progress, not perfection. So if you're stumbling with your interaction with people and you're tripping out on them as they're part of the problem, turn it all inward and figure out why you're having the problem with them. Because whatever the problem is you're having with them, it's the universal problem we're all having with each other. To solve the world's problem, we have to solve our own problem. And then we can solve the world's problem, which is the end of all of our problems. It's think globally, act locally, and as local as you can get is right here in your heart. Anyway, this is The Illusion, super fired up in beautiful Kauai. I got 2 more days here to absorb the aloha. Peace.